Well, first off, happy birthday, Jeff. 75 years young and still going strong. And I'm one of the people who are lucky enough to say that I have known you every day of my life. Because when I was born in Darley Avenue in Chorlton, you were out playing football with my eldest brother, Doug, who was your lifelong friend. And you were brought in to see me all that time ago. So I literally can say I've known you all my life. This is a book that my middle brother wrote about the time in Chorlton, and it wouldn't surprise you to know there's many chapters and paragraphs given over to your times with my eldest brother, Doug, who was your best friend growing up and continued to be throughout his life. And most of the stories I can tell you about Jeff would surround those two together and Manchester United. Jeff, along with Keith Bailey, Pete Joyce, the Hopper, and Doug, used to have to take me to the match every Saturday, which involved getting on the 94 bus to the Quadrant and me being sat outside for an hour and a quarter with packets of crisps, those ones with the blue packet of salt, remember them? And a glass of orange or a glass of Coke, and then we'd walk down to Man United together and we'd stand in the Stretford End paddock, and their responsibilities would be to get me back on the 94 bus to Chorlton. So there are many stories I could tell you about Jeff and the glorious friendships we've enjoyed over those years. But my favourite story involves one where Jeff, who my mum thought the world of, he was like another son to us. He spent, some time, most times with us and most days. But one story always springs to mind is that a week before Christmas, my dad had made the decision to buy us a new three-piece suite, a glorious green one. But when it was delivered, we were not allowed to sit on it. And this was a week before Christmas. And Jeff, as he always did, turned up on Christmas morning to say hello and happy Christmas, and brought Tiny. If ever a dog was misnamed, it was that dog. It was a massive, fully fledged boxer dog, beautiful nature. But Jeff had taken the decision to take it on Chorlton Meadows, which is as muddy in the summer as it is in the winter. So in bounds the dog and straight onto the three-piece suite. Well, it was one of the moments where the whole world time had been sucked out. We all looked round to see Tiny stretched out on the sofa, and my mum walked in. And Jeff, as usual, just stood up, hugged my mum, give her a kiss and say, "Don't worry, it'll be all right, Mrs. Jeacock," and the matter was resolved. But how that happened, I don't know. But it was a moment to remember. Many of the other memories are really around Jeff, and I grew up in the bank. Jeff told me to apply for a job for the bank at William England's, and we spent 25 years working together and certainly bumping each other, playing football and cricket. And the odd shandy was involved, obviously. But if ever you want to write a testimony for what a good friend looks like, you won't go far wrong by talking about Jeff Fanning. Never more so when Doug died 5 years ago. Him and Pauline provided certainly me and Anne and Christopher with enormous support and gave us strength to carry on, because there's not a day goes by, and I suspect Jeff would say the same, where they don't miss him. But he goes to his grave, he's put flowers on it, and that for me is a true measure of the man. And what a man. And I'm happy to be able to come and share more memories on Sunday, and hopefully he can create some more. He always puts a smile on my face, as does Pauline, and together they are a perfect pair. And I look forward to be able to share some more time with you both, with Anne, and we're bringing Molly and Tyson, your two favourite dogs that we have, and we'll look forward to sharing more stories. But one last thing I can't say before I go: Jeff, up the Reds.